8 Peak Loonies, Night Goblin Fanatics, Orc Boys for the infantry corps of this Greenskin army, led by VM Crabling. We're going to have 1, 2, 3 Stone Trolls. We're going to be looking here at the Durkit Squigs and some regular Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. Got 2 Orc Air Boys, along with the Rusty Airs. For the leadership, we have Skarsnik and Gobla, Fermented Fungi, and Spite of the Bad Moon. We got a Night Goblin Shaman with Vindictive Glare, Sneaky Stabbin', and a Wand of Jet. Got a Black Orc Boss, also known as Bane, bringing Get Back here, as well as Rabble Rouse and the Brass Cleaver. Now, does that cover our Greenskin army? Yes, it sure does, so let's go see what the Tomb Kings have brought for us. In this Tomb King army, hopefully I haven't forgotten any units in the back line, we're going to be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 Nakar Warriors. Going to have Skeleton Warriors on the flanks. Going to have 3 Skeleton Archers, including the Blessed Legion of Koth with their Armor Sundering. Going to have 1 Tomb Guard with halberds, as well as 1, 2, 3, and 4 Skeleton Spearmen. Now, for the rest of this army, we will have Ushapti with Great Bows, a Casket of Souls, and then, last but never least, the leader of the army, on top of a Chimerian War Sphinx, we have Setra the Imperishable. Blessed Blade of Tra, as well as Usep's Incantation of Desiccation, Naru's Incantation of Protection, and Unyielding Will be on top of them. And, oops, there's another unit that's last but kind of least, the Carrion up in the air. My life is a moment of indecisiveness, Iron Thunder. Sorry, I just saw what you posted in Discord. Thought I would set the record straight. It's not this moment. Shakti Greybow. Casket of Souls firing away, getting 19 kills so far. And I have to say, this front line of Nahakara Warriors, I think, will actually have a field day against Night Goblins. But problem is, they're not going to have a field day against Stone Trolls. So we'll have to see what happens here. Orc Boys, those guys pretty much decimated at this point. Looks like the Night Goblin Shaman. Not sure how that damage came down, but if I had to guess, Overcast. Shopty Greyfoes shooting at the Stone Trolls now. Here comes another Vindictive Glare. This time looking like it hits its intended target of the Casket of Souls. But kind of nice having the Ushabti with Greyfoes in front of it that way, so the Vindictive Glare is not nearly as effective. Alright, Rusty Airs are in range. They're going to start opening fire too, but Skeleton Archers have made them the focus of their fire, and it looks like all of them... Oh no, just kidding. They're shooting at the Stone Trolls, so... I guess we'll see what happens, but Tomb Kings may have their work cut out for them here, as it's a lot of greenskins bearing down on their army, and It looks like actually the Tomb Kings do have a significant numerical advantage, but we'll see what happens. Right now, one Stone Troll routing. Casket of Souls continuing to fire away, this time hitting the Rusty Airs with a big shot. Over here on the other flank, it does look like the Greenskins are doing pretty well. Orc Boys and Night Goblin Fanatics chewing through some Nehekar Warriors. But oh no, looking at that, look at that. The low leadership of the Stone Trolls really causing some problems right now, and they may be routing in the near future here. Balance of power still very much in favor of the Greenskins, but Tomb Kings putting up some nice defense and getting some good plays here so far. Over here, look at this. Setra the Imperishable has the Fermented Fungi on top of him. He is rampaging. He's stuck in combat with Skarsnik, who has Sneaky Stabbing and a Wah popped on top of him. So look at those stats. Melee attack 105, 588 weapon strength, and the Balcork Big Boss is in here too. And look at this. Setra the Imperishable is just melting away. Crabling is absolutely just throttling him with the Black Orc Big Boss and Skarsnik, but a nicely timed summon coming down may be just the thing to save the day. Black Orc Big Boss says, though, is going to continue chasing him down, and I think if the Tomb Kings loot Setra right now, then the fight is going to be downhill from there. Tomb Kings pulling in a lot of their reserve infantry. They do have quite a lot of it. The Tomb Guard with halberds have been held in reserve this entire fight, and they are a unit that I know can be absolutely clutch. But Setra is, you know, down to what? 972 HP. He's going to have to play this very, very cautiously and try to heal up as much as he can from that passive from when he's casting spells. Stone Trolls are going to be running away. Still have 11 models, though. Casket of Souls still firing away. Over here, Greenskin Center seems to have suffered, and we see those healthy skeleton spearmen pushing out and still see a decent number of Nehekar warriors on the field. Over here, Skarsnik has continued to be pinned in place by the Ushapti, but the summon is about to time out. He has taken very little damage. This has just bought time for the Tomb Kings. But will it be enough? Skarsnik not taking much damage. Stone Trolls, even though they've taken a lot of damage and their leadership is low, 11 models, so they can heal over 90% of their HP back. But oh man, Casket of Souls coming in and just doing so much damage. So the Tomb Kings still not out of this yet. They're fighting to the bitter end. They're making that abundantly clear. Tomb Guard with halberds fighting some fanatics. We're going to release their loons, and look at the damage they will do. Going to do a lot of friendly fire, but also take out so many halberds with them. Balance power starting to creep out of hand here. Black Orc Big Boss, though, getting his armor sundered. Here comes a Vindictive Glare. Not doing enough damage to take him down, though. He's still at 800 HP. Black Orc Big Boss, though, losing a lot of health and getting targeted by these skeleton archers. Man, Casket of Souls just continuing to hammer away at the Greenskins. 158 kills. Undoubtedly getting its value. Right here, Fermented Fungi and Rampage going down on top of Setra. Oh, it missed! Oh my goodness, it missed completely. Having a trouble with the targeting there, it would seem. Not enjoying, or trying basically to shoot Setra the model instead of Setra's mount, and that's going to cause it to miss. And Setra now, with the Stone Trolls nearby, looks like he may be going down for the count. Archers hitting him, Stone Troll's going to get a charge in, and oh man, the Stone Troll's terror routing though. Skeleton Archers focusing on them a bit. Oh, that time the Night Goblin did not miss. Setra and his mount are going to go down for the count. And just going to be the Casket of Souls trying to win the day. Get away from my bones. The war's coming home. Yeah, those loons. 1,200, 1,300, 959. Crazy good value on the loons. Blackwork Big Boss doing work too. Stone Trolls did have some difficulty, but no, with the nicely timed loons, able to eliminate a lot of the Tomb King infantry right off the bat. Casket of Souls got some good work. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I honestly think another Halberd would have helped, but I don't know. I'm not a Tomb King main. Nehekar Warriors, I'm sure in just like a fight against goblins would win, but yeah, the fact that these loons are so well placed in time just really negated any advantage I think they would have had over the goblins. So well played to both of them, but Crabling coming out on top for round one, kind of flexing those muscles, showing exactly why he's considered to be a veteran of this game in the multiplayer community. Going to our red player, and whoever said Monster Mash was right. So let's take a look at these two armies. Got Sword Spears, 1, 2, 3 warriors, another spear, the Star Chamber Guardians. We also have some Sacred Crocscore, so 2 magic damage dealing units. We have a Feral Dread Saurian. Now for the leadership, 2 Skink Chiefs, both in the air on top of Pterodons, both naked. We're going to have a Salon Mage Priest of high magic as well. Going to be seeing Apotheosis, Tempest, Arcane Unforging, Blood Statuette of Spite, Amulet or Aura of Quetzal, Shield of the Old Ones, as well as Banishment, Greater Arcane Conduit, and the Shield of Sapphire. That's going to round out our Lizardman force. Time to see what the vampires have brought for us. Our blue player Energized. And I'm a front line of 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies. Gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 Grave Guard with great weapons, or that anti-infantry armor piercing power. Gonna have Vargwolfs supporting this infantry formation. In the center, we do have a Necromancer on foot, Forbidden Rod, and Master of the Dead. Also going to be seeing 2 Fellbats supporting a Vampire of Death on a Pegasus. Going to have Spirit Leech as well as Doom and Darkness with Immortal Will. And then we have the Red Duke on top of Pegasus with El Sif, Potion of Strength, Foe Seeker, Raise Dead on Hell's Dance Macabre, Invocation from the Heck. And then we have the Dire Wolves. Now, suddenly I think both of these Skink Chiefs are going to have their work cut out for them. Now, here comes a Tempest. Perhaps premature, I would say. The Skink Chiefs looked like they were going to be able to survive that and might have waited for the other vampires to get involved before doing that. However, it is what it is. Skink Chiefs are going to be running away, and now the Red Duke and the Vampire of Death with the other unit of Fellbats are now going to be chasing them down. And until another Tempest is charged, they will have nothing to prevent the slaughter of this Skink Chief, unfortunately. I think the Pegasus do have 115 speed, or 105 speed, to its 90, so it should be enough to catch them, and the Spirit Leeches are definitely not going to help. Vargulf coming after the Saurus Spears. Gonna give him a quick slap and then turn around and run away in an awkward fashion. Skink Chief still hanging in the life for now. Apotheosis going down on top of him. I did forget about the Apotheosis, so I guess they can continue trying their best to heal. Banishment going down. Oh, unfortunately going to go off into no man's land. Looks like it was nicely placed, but that's why I usually recommend putting the banishment down on top of static targets. Front lines are getting engaged. I have a Vargulf Graveguards with great weapons slamming in over here. Tempest did hit the Vampire Fleet Captain, or sorry, the Vampire, as well as the Fellbats, so should have them eliminated. Scurvy Dogs coming in for a rear charge here. Saurus Spears about to terror route, and boom, a big victory for the Vampire Counts on the right flank. Let's check the center. Looks like the Lizardmen are doing much better. Feral Dread Saurian destroying the zombies, and actually it looks like the Graveguard with great weapons have all just refused their engagements, and this one actually ran away, and as soon as the Saurus Warriors stopped, they turned around and charged them. Have a slight uphill advantage, and with that charge bonus, they are slaughtering those Saurus Warriors, and now going to see Vargulf coming in for the rear charge, possibly causing terror in quick succession. Graveguard with great weapons being used with great discipline. Right now, Crabling only sending him into combat when he has to. He's not even like... Yeah, he's just being so patient right now and just dismantling the Lizardman army so far. Sacred Croxagore, as well as the Feral Dread Saurian, are now coming out to play. Graveguard with great weapons. Going to suffer their fury. Saurus Warriors getting into an uphill engagement against the Graveguard with great weapons, but with the support of this Dread Saurian and the Sacred Croxagore, they should be able to clean up these Graveguard with great weapons. But two Vargulfs over here to support that engagement. And balance of power definitely in favor of the Vampire Counts, but not excessively so. Alright, Dire Pack Wolves getting in on top of these Saurus Warriors. A nice pickup, making sure they don't come back to the fight. Looks like we have a Doom and Darkness going down on top of the Sacred Croxagore, who are now getting hit by Vampire and both Vargulfs. The Feral Dread Saurian is coming to the fight, but unfortunately for it, it is going to be too late to save the Ancient Crocs, or the Sacred Croxagore, who do look like they are going to be routing. We'll see if they come back into the fight. They still have 8 models, which is quite nice. Maybe an Apotheosis can even get them back into a better fighting shape. Feral Dread Saurian with the Star Chamber Guardians, making quick work of these Graveguard with great weapons. Nice work here from Energized, keeping his units covered in the rear. He has the Saurus Warriors and the Saurus Spears, just kind of playing defense while he has his Temple Guard in combat with the Salon Mage Priest and the Dread Saurian. Vargulf having to retreat there. Feral Dread Saurian doing a number on top of him, but Vampires are going to play it patient, take their time to rout off the Sacred Croxagore, and I think those guys are down for the count. Graveguard with great weapons, though. There's only one of them left that's in any real fighting shape, and it looks like the Lizardmen have officially won the infantry combat. So we'll see. And this Graveguard, these 2 zombies, provide enough chaff for the Vargulfs and the Red Duke to win the day. Speaking of the Red Duke, where is the Red Duke? There he is. Oh no, he stopped chasing the Skink Chief. Now the Skink Chief's going to shoot him right in the back. Like, hey, you ain't kill me yet. Yeah, down for the count. You got it, I'm glad.
Once again, Star Chamber Guardians going to be playing the defense, and look at that, getting braced and everything before the Vargulfs got into combat. And Sora Spears are also already in position. Vargulfs, yeah, I mean, right now, Energized is playing this beautifully. Balance of Power definitely disagreeing with me, but right now, Feral Dread Saurian, Mage Priest, and the Star Chamber Guardians all seem to be doing okay for themselves. Oh no, another miscast Banishment, just not being where it needed to be, and I think there's only 2 on top of the Salon Mage Priest. I'm going to double check just to make sure I'm not misleading y'all. Yep, 2. So both banishments, unfortunately, not going to get any value. Vargulf's diving into combat. Red Duke diving into combat too. He is taking a lot of damage though. He's got to be careful. Looks like he's going to be able to pull out though. Invocation from the Heck is on top of him. Alright, Graveguard with great weapons are now committing to the fight. Looks like they're about to get a nice rear charge, but then they abandoned it at the last moment. Perhaps coming over here a bit more so they can get a better angle, charge in, and get as many lizardmen in the rear as they can. Scurvy Dogs coming in for a charge. Red Duke diving back down into combat. Feral Dread Saurian starting to take a lot of damage. He is losing combat now. Terror kicking in on some of the Saurus Warriors. Star Chamber Guardians in combat now. The Graveguard with great weapons already down below half health. Dread Saurian is doing so much damage to him. Vampires are crumbling. It looks like it is going to be a Lizard Man game. At the last minute, are they going to pull this off? The vampire is dead. They just have the necromancer. The Red Duke is dead. Everybody is down. The Lizardmen win the day. Crocodilians for the win. That was a very good game. Both players. I mean, I think Crabling initially there, he was getting so many good plays, just eliminating unit after unit. But then at the end, Energized just able to keep it together, really doing a great job with his remaining infantry. And like, I don't want to harp on it too much, but like, especially newer players, I hope you're seeing that, just like not clicking and dragging big blobs of all of his units together around the field like I do on plenty of occasions, but like taking the time to make sure he peeled off 2 units at least, just like to keep his rear protected from rear charges. If he wouldn't have done that, I think he would have lost that, no doubt. And his Skink Chiefs had a hard time that fight. This one actually still netting a ton of value, but the Lizardmen were off to a rough start there and able to pull it off. I mean, Star Chamber Guardians, Dread Saurian, Salon Mage Priest really just coming in clutch there. So nice game to both players, and we'll see what happens in the ace match. All right, here we go. Starting with our blue player once again, since we're at the top of the order, we have Crabling, bringing the Skaven. He is going to have, for the infantry, Vixtrin's Death Squad. Gonna have ourselves some Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. We have Clan Rats with Spears, looks like 4 of them. Eshin Triads, 2 of them, one of them being Ixis Triads. Gonna have 4 Wolf Rats, all of them with poison. Also going to be taking a look here at Brood Horrors, but being ridden by Pack Masters to be more specific. Now, going to have the Shot Collar as well as the Scrying Stone on top of both of these Pack Masters. Leading the army, we have the one, the only, the glorious Ikit Claw in his Doom Wheel. He's going to be bringing Storm Daemon, Unlimited Power, Brass Orb, as well as Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, Warp Lightning, and of course the Musk of Fear. 90% of the time it works every time. And now let's go look at the greenskins. Going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of goblins. We also have the 8 peak loonies in the center. We're going to have 1, 2, 3 Forest Goblin Spider Riders and an equal number of Goblin Wolf Rider Archers. 1, 2, 3 Stone Trolls with 2 Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. For the leadership here, we're going to have Grom the Paunch and a River Troll Hag. River Troll Hag will be bringing Mither, Spirit Leech, as well as Aspect of the Dread Knight. Also got that life leeching for the passive. Grom the Paunch is going to have the Lucky Banner, as well as the Great Onisia with Language of the Boys. Now that is going to round out the Greenskin army, I believe, and so let's see these 2 armies come to grips. Wolf Rats being nicely maneuvered by Crabling so far to avoid that incoming skirmish fire. And both players pretty evenly matched in terms of what I would say the mobility game is here. Alright, Goblins getting hit by Wolf Rats. Wolf Rats doing a lot of damage on that unopposed charge. Stone Trolls are coming in. Looks like the Wolf Rats are going to be pulling out now before they take too much damage. Over here, Eshin Triads coming in. Looks like they're going to try and get on top of those Stone Trolls. And could be a bad engagement for the Stone Trolls since they did not see those Eshin Triads coming in. And then we have Wolf Rats pouring in from 2 flanks. Brood, the Packmaster coming in here too. And Terror going to kick in almost as soon as he gets in there. That's going to be a big break. We'll see if the Skaven can capitalize on top of it or not. Meanwhile, in the center, looks like Warp Lightning going down into no man's land. Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers and the Vixtrin Death Squad is coming over here to try and support Ikit, sorry, Claw. And now we have Wolf Rats and Poison coming in too. Ixis Triads kind of hanging out in reserve with the Vixtrin Death Squad. Over here, trying to get a handle on what's going on, but in battles with this many troops on the field, sometimes it can be a bit difficult for me, so my apologies. But right now, it looks like the Greenskins are getting the edge in the frontline engagement, but a fresh unit of Ixis Triads and a fresh unit of Vixtrin Death Squad is coming in to the mix now. Flensing Ruin upgraded was just thrown down on top of these Greenskin units. Now over here, going to see that this has kind of turned into a big old draw. I mean, the Skaven have routed off some Stone Trolls, but it looks like they're going to come back soon. And now it does look like the Skaven are kind of getting shot to pieces by all this Greenskin Missile Cav. Over here in the center, it looks like Ikit Claw is not having the best of times. Going to see a Spirit Leech going down on top of him, and is that going to be enough to finish him off? I'm not sure. He is routing. He's down to 286 HP. Which means these Greenskin skirmishing forces can definitely kill him if they so choose. And if they do not take that opportunity, it would be a big mistake. However, right now, Energized looking like he's in a pretty good position, all things considered. But this fight is far from over. As you can see, the Skaven have made some gains of their own, ground the punch, taking a lot of damage, stone trolls, routing. Both Packmasters are still alive with 2 Regiment of Renown infantry units supporting them, the Viction Death Squad, as well as the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. So, yeah, I don't know. Greenskin's definitely getting the edge here, and I think the big thing that's going to seal the deal is once they're able to regroup and pull these units from the peripheries and get them over here, because then I think the firepower that the Greenskins have left in their arsenal is just going to be too much to overcome for these Brood Whores. But if they make some nice plays, kill off Grom the Punch or the River Troll Hag or both, then they can definitely pull it off. And it looks like the River Troll Hag is going to get terror routed and is now on her way off the battlefield. But problems over here for the Packmaster, as he is going to get surrounded by a lot of Greenskin forces, and his only support has begun routing, and I don't think his leadership is going to hold there. Over here, another Brood Horde coming in, along with the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Ix's Triads coming in with some duplicates. But yeah, Viction's Death Squad will have the speed at 61 right now to keep up and kill off the River Troll Hag or rout her off the map. So both Brood Whores and their Packmaster Riders have gone into combat over here. Got Night Goblin Squig Hoppers coming in, though, playing defense. Did you see that block? Just coming in here, button hooking out, and then smashing these guys out of here. But got the decoy Eshin Triads on top of them. And yep, nope, never mind. Doesn't matter. There it is. Army loss is kicking in. And the Greenskin's going to win the day. Energized coming back, winning 2 battles in a row to take the victory. So, I mean, a nice game to both players. I mean, this is definitely an interesting build from Crabling. I think it's interesting to just try and, you know, kind of full-on rush the Greenskins. I think, you know, you do have 3 terror units, so that's going to help your efforts, no doubt. But just no range, which is just such a strange choice to me against Greenskins, a faction. And I mean, I guess the answer here was going to be like, all right, I'll use my Wolf Rats with Packmasters and Ikat Claw to fan out and chase down the pockets of Greenskin missile units and eliminate them. But it just didn't work out in spite of some strong early plays from Crabling. Energized just able to outlast them there, and, you know, well-deserved, well-played, and Energized is going to the final. So, better luck next time to Crabling. Always a pleasure. Congrats to Energized. We'll see you in a moment, sir.